What's up everyone, Plastic Degenerates here, and welcome to another video in the day and life of a plastic degenerate. So the time has finally arrived and I am finally finishing off the Ultimate 89 Batman Custom. As you can see here, I have it side by side with the MMS 692. I put both figures together so we can go ahead and see the major differences in the composition and silhouette of both figures. I haven't put the belt on the Ultimate 89 Custom just quite yet. I did want to show off and test out the movement and articulation of the new suit. I wanted to see how far I can go ahead and push the movement, but if we're going to be completely honest, I'm really not that much of a poser. Definitely more of a vanilla poser. But I did want to see where it can go. But yeah, he's definitely going in a museum pose for my display. On that note, it's not like if Michael Keaton could move all that well in the live action suit anyways. But yeah, as you can see here, definitely not too bad. Looks like it can definitely go past the 90-degree angle for the elbows. And definitely getting some major ab crunch with this new suit. So I'm definitely loving where the articulation is going, but I can tell you right now, I am already thinking of things I could have done a little bit better. I had gotten this Hot Toys buck from Monkey Depot, and it did have ratchet knees. However, it did not come with ratchet legs, which is definitely something I feel like this figure could have benefited from. Even though it moves a lot better, the armor is stiff enough to push the legs back down. But maybe in the future I might swap out the body again. For now, I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, if we're going to be completely honest, the MMS 692 figure on the left there definitely holds up in terms of articulation. I feel like the ratchet joint system that they have incorporated definitely made the figure a lot more posable. But man, wow. Let's get back to the 89 Custom because this suit looks incredible. I think I had mentioned it in my previous video. I did not like the AliExpress bodysuit that I had gotten, so I ended up making a custom suit on my own with fabric I had found at Joann's. I believe it was called 4-Way Stretch by Yaya Han Cosplays or something like that. So the suit material is definitely a lot better and it does look more accurate. However, my tailoring skills are very rudimentary. So the pattern I had used is a pretty simple and basic one. So you do see the seam lines on the side of the body and the side of the legs. But I'm not too worried. Not like the original 89 suit was perfect anyways. With the results that I got, I'm definitely happy with how it came out. Check out the range of motion I got with the arms. I can definitely do the grapple gun scene from Access Chemicals and leave it there without worrying about stressing the suit too much. Man, I gotta say, that's definitely a really good ab crunch. So I am definitely happy that this figure benefited in the articulation department, but the main reason why I did it was definitely for the silhouette. I just think it looks perfect now. Now, the suit being a multi-panel, multi-component construction like the real suit, I think it looks fantastic. I'm more than happy with how it came out. Okay, and here's another view of the back of the suit. You know, there was another thing I did want to bring up, and it's the boot design. Man, I hate it. You know, I know it's based, you know, it's a reissue of a old figure, so the boot design is not split cut. And I think at this point it's probably like 15, 17 years old or whatever. But yeah, it's very hard to balance this figure to get it to stand easily. I did end up not doing customizing it into a split cut with a different armor component. Maybe I can do that in the future, but for now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and consider this project done. And there you go. I told you this thing's a nightmare to stand up. I did want to show off the faceplate. I did repaint the stock MMS 692 faceplate. As you can see here, left is my repaint and the right one is stock, which is just oddly painted. Lips are too dark, it's too tanned. Just not an overall fan of what they did with the paint applications. And I didn't want to buy another Jackson faceplate, which I have on my stock 692 in the background. I think I ended up glossing it just a little bit too much, so I might repaint it again, but I don't know, just depends on how I feel. Let's see if I can get this grapple gun pose on camera. So yeah, the friction jointed arm definitely does what I wanted to do and definitely does what it's supposed to do. Though I still think the arms and the legs would have benefited from ratchet joints. Okay, and let's go and give the head sculpt some side eye. God damn it. All right, man, I'm gonna say it. This looks pretty freaking awesome, man. God damn it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, man, this looks freaking awesome, man. God damn it. Alright, just about done checking out the suit. I think everything is working the way I want it to. So now I am gonna go ahead and glue the belt. Go and put some masking tape or painter's tape on there. Definitely don't want any type of super glue residue on it. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and put a couple of dabs of glue. Definitely don't need that much for the belt. Okay, so let's go ahead and close it up and apply some pressure. Gonna apply some pressure for a little bit and I'm gonna let this dry overnight. Then we're gonna go ahead and install the cape and have a little fun with it. All right, man, here it is in all its glory. Finally complete. I know it took me definitely longer than I wanted to, but man, it was worth it. This looks freaking incredible. So I have a Kelly Studio cape on it, which is great. It definitely is a good price for what you get, but there is something about it that bugs me. The front panel is double lined, so it doesn't drape as nicely as it probably could have. You know, I'm thinking about modifying it and removing that front panel, but I could worry about that at a different time. This is freaking awesome, man. I just cannot get over how good this looks. You know, I'm gonna say it, this is probably why I named it what I did. Definitely the ultimate 89 Batman figure, at least for me, until maybe another major company like InArt does it. And if they do, I really hope they decide to do it this way, where it's a fabric bodysuit with the armor components glued on top of it, instead of what Hot Toys did in just one clunky rubber suit. On that note, I think I'm just about done here, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with some outro shots.